Hi. Yeah.
Ghana. So we're going somewhere. Okpa says it's Cameroon, and let's hear what the next caller has to say on this. Hello, good evening.
After I was, I'm Ghana Nigeria stars. Cameroon took us to the final at our backyard here in Tᴜɪṛᴅ. And over the years, Cameroon has always been like a bully team until we ghosted them in I think 2004 AFCON in the quarterfinal when John Otaka and I think it was Okocha, that is classic free kick. So I think I'll go with Cameroon. Ghana looks a popular opinion, but for me it's Cameroon.
All right, I don't know why a lot of people are discounting South Africa, because South Africa recently it's always been tagged the Amapiano Derby, and we know the
just came up,
and that's just recent.
The fact that it's Amapiano Derby means it.
But actually, Nigeria, South Africa, and the football rivalry has been deeply stemmed in politics from way back 90s. I'm not saying football was the epicenter of the rivalry, but it's been a political, back and forth. I mean, with apartheid, with General Sani Abacha, who didn't allow the Super Eagles to play at the AFCON in 1998. That's always been one of the interesting backstory. Anytime Nigeria, South Africa,
but that's not football. That's not football, right?
Yeah, I know. But also, there's also the popular opinion that if the Super Eagles had gone to the AFCON in 98,
we would have won
it. And guess who did win it? South Africa. So you can also look at it from that angle if you want to back, a South African point of view on this conversation. But just like we predicted, Tony Young has joined us. Tony Young, what's the big rivalry for Nigeria? Who are eternal rivals? Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, or Cameroon?
First of all, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
And also, why are you predicting that I will come to work? Do I have a choice? Come to work every day.
Go on.
I'll take Ghana. For me, I'll take Ghana. Cameroon is not that much of a rivalry actually, because they've caused us way too many. I think they have the upper hand. If that's a rivalry, they have the.
Yeah, but a rivalry can always be one-sided as well.
Yeah,
and this is not even one-sided.
It is though.
They have how many AFCONs? They have I think they have 4 or 5 AFCONs. We have 3.
3 of them have been from us. Yes.
Yeah, we have 3.
That doesn't make it.
It's not one-sided.
That doesn't make it a rivalry.
But you're making it
you're
making it look like for the fact that they've won 3 AFCON at our expenses, they've made us cry so much that this is not a rivalry anymore. It's one-sided.
Yeah, the rivalry, the dynamic between us.
So what have Ghana taken from us?
That's the thing. With Ghana, it's more. That's why I chose Ghana. Ghana is more of a rivalry because
entertainment.
Yeah, but like you alluded to, a lot of the South African banter, even though back in the day it used to be politics, a lot of the banters now, so it's like in my opinion, the existence of both countries, even since music started intertwining, way back in the Afrobeats.
Hi, good evening. Are you there? Let's have it first real quick. Hi, good evening. I didn't get the name. Chinedu, welcome.
For me, my black like that Tᴜɪṛᴜ, because every time I play Tᴜɪṛᴜ, I don't think we'll be studying from that fire in our head. So for me, I think that is my right. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Chinedu from Aja. Now, this message on Facebook is coming from Damilola Odusola. Says, good evening, Nigeria beat the rivals Black Stars of Ghana, second by Cameroon, Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. South Africa are not in our relationship rivals in the round leather game of football. Now, before we go on this break, I think it's Cameroon. Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that our rivalry with Cameroon goes way back to the 80s. Ghana, Nigeria was more of the 70s. If you know your football history really well, it was way back 70s, even the 60s. Nigeria, Ghana, because there wasn't much elite African countries in the mix. But from the 80s till this present moment, I think it's Cameroon. Ghana also, I mean, you've mentioned the Jollof thing, but I don't think that we and Ghana have been involved in a lot of high stakes encounters.
I think
the last high stakes was the World Cup qualifier.
I think what Tunde was trying to build up between Nigeria and Cameroon is actually between Nigeria and Ghana. When was the last time Ghana won the AFCON actually?
Yeah, exactly.
So
it was 72.
There's no right.
It was 72.
I asked him that. What has Ghana taken from us?
I need to check. I think on their way to winning that AFCON, they even beat us.
I You know what has Ghana taken from us?
Yes, what have they taken from us?
Because of who didn't you go to the last World Cup?
That's what I'm saying. That's it.
What about Cameroon that have taken
qualifiers? Remember when Sᴘᴏʀᴛ and stuff like that. We always getting past them.
That's not entirely what determines the right. Look, okay. The simple question is, which of these three nations do Nigerians hate watch? Like Ghana is playing somebody else, Cameroon is playing somebody else.
Let me tell you something. Nigeria fear, not even hate. Nigeria fear to play Cameroon. Even this last AFCON.
Because they
It's not a rivalry.
So what is it?
It's not a rivalry.
No, what is it?
It's a bully situation.
It's not a rivalry. That's like saying that like Man City now is all of a sudden by force a rivalry.
I think that's a rivalry because there's always been when Cameroon had a golden period where they were always getting over us. We are also in a golden period where we are getting over them consistently.
And
the last 2 World Cup qualifiers, remember?
We took it from them.
Yes, the AFCON, this last AFCON,
we beat them.
So we're also in our own golden period. Just our golden period hasn't really translated to much, silverware at their expense. But I think that's the rivalry.
The way I see rivalry, this other team is playing, you want them to lose. Ghana is playing Comoros in a meaningless
you want them to beat Ghana no matter what.
Watching it at 12 a.m. in the morning because Ghana must lose to Comoros.
You make a fine point, I must admit. You make a fine point.
Cameroon's other matches.
No, because
you make a fine point, but yours transcends football, and I'm asking.
Yes, we're asking
is a football eternal rivalry for football. That's what I'm asking here. We have to pay bills. So we'll come back. We will turn things around at 360 level because we leave this and quickly touch on that Spain-Brazil game. A lot of people don't know that the essence of that game when it was announced last year was to see Spain and Brazil come together and fight racism because Vinicius Jr. has always been in the center of that. But looks like that aim wasn't achieved at the Bernabeu a couple of days ago. We'll be talking about that and so much more right here on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3. Don't go anywhere.
Girl, you know your lifestyle well interesting. That's why they don't take testing as the world turning as time burn. Girl, you know.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First stop is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency sharing, so keep giving. Next stop is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not the least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahur and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasting meals with more. This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good and be the good. More. Eat for good.
Are you a real estate developer in Lagos? Do you want to see the business of real estate development done to global best practices? Are you eager for a more cordial relationship between real estate developers and government in Lagos? Do you want a boom in the Lagos real estate sector? Then vote Dr. Sᴘᴏʀᴛ as Chairman, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, Lagos State Chapter.
A vote for me is a vote for continuity, for unity, and for progress of REDAN Lagos. I'll be counting on your votes. We can do this together. Thank you.
My son, help me check this phone. I don't know wetin junior press. E no dey work again.
Make I see. Mommy,
Wetin happen?
they don't block your line now.
Nobody like to chop blocking, no. So, if they don't block you unto say you not link your NIN to your Airtel line, run kitty go any Airtel shop with your NIN to unblock your line today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Hello everyone, Jendol Superstores is here again.
Yes, that's why we are identifying with you, our valued customers, at this moment of purity, love, sacrifice and dedication to God.
As part of identifying with you, our valued customers, in a season of faith, supplication and sharing, Jendol Superstores will be offering you up to 50% discount for some products across all sections and all our superstores nationwide.
This is fantastic.
Yes, so for all your groceries and non-grocery items, household needs, food items at the most affordable rates, bakery items, electronic gadgets, religious materials, and wonderful gift items for your friends, families, loved ones, religious and corporate organizations. Jendol Superstores is the best place to shop at this period.
So what are you waiting for? Hurry now. Shop at Jendol Superstores today.
Offer valid while stock lasts.
Visit Jendol Superstores nearest to you in Egbeda, Idimu, Igondo, Okeafa by Jakonde Gate, and Ipaja by Abeson. We are also at Abulegba, Alakuko, Odogiyo in Ikorodu, another branch along Itoiki Road, Ikorodu, and in Ojuore, Ota, Ogun State. For more unbeatable shopping experience,
Jendol opens Mondays to Saturdays 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Sundays 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m.
For more details, visit our website at www.jendolsuperstores.com.
For online, home, office, or special deliveries, call or WhatsApp us on 090-6287-3274 or call the customer care line on 090-6287-3267.
Visit Jendol Superstores today and get discount up to 50% on some products in all sections of our superstores nationwide.
Jendol Superstores. Shop and smile.
It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First stop is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency is sharing, so keep giving. Next stop is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not the least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahur and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasting meals with more. This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good and be the good. Nor eat for good.
Wait, isn't that an Alte jam?
Yeah, it the enter, Abi.
Wait though, when did you start jamming Alte? What happened to Afro depression? Like, who put you on?
Oh yeah, dial Sophie's number. Now that's who put me on.
Share your vibe with Hello Tunes from Airtel. Dial *790# to enjoy free trial and pay later.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First stop is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency is sharing, so keep giving. Next stop is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not the least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahur and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasting meals with more. This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good and be the good. Nor eat for good.
You and this touchlight phone, I been a device you call am. Wetin you dey always press for there?
No mind me, Jare. I been dey check something for Google.
Shey you dey whine me? You dey browse Google with this touchlight phone?
Come see now with MTN Basic Search. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Line to check anything for the web without data. Sharp. See now.
Shey you no go like try this innovation powered by MTN? We go give you basic search, sharp without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lines.
Nostalgic feeling on radio. Introducing classic hits. Way back.
You're listening to Mainland.
Cruise on Mainland 98. Feel free to join us. Drop your football rivals, Cameroon, South Africa, Brazil, and serious. I'm sure that name. Registered at least. I believe that message was not heavy enough for big, but not all it's crash Spain. But let me just start with Oᴑᴜ here because artists about how vindictive by some with the abuse that he receives. Baby, Vini also ask himself
that you killed someone because you're in the Spanish generally is that when you hear conversation about trash they're about to spill out of their mouth, that yes, you have all of these repeatedly. In fact, some way to silence them is to continue to probably be the part to whip up that no, you are not even doing your own racial
there
could be cases, and that season
but I think at least
humble. Like
I know that no matter what I do,
is the result of the
Baila Vini because that's different.
All right, so this idea about him being provocative was almost repeated by his fellow Brazilian, is an old player from way back, Donato. Donato used to play at Deportivo La Coruña. Now let me read his quote here. And Donato also had experiences with racism in Spain as well. He appeared to have little sympathy for Vini, and this was what he said. Let me quote him. He said, "It's something you have to put up with. What are you going to do? Stop playing? Not only Vinicius is black, there's Rodrigo, several players at Madrid. Why do they only pick on Vinicius? You have to stop and think a little bit. To help Vinicius, I will help him to think about the things that are leading him to this situation. These are things that happen off the pitch."
That's you're throwing your teammate under the bus.
Skin color, and you cannot do anything.
Exactly. What should he do?
Stop being racist. If again, I'm not saying Vinicius is not annoying. If he annoys you, how do you deal with when white players are annoying? Like off the top of my head, I can call. Jᴏɪᴜ was the most annoying, untalented, sexist footballer.
Yes, he is more of sexism, right?
Like I cannot stand as a professor.
It's the number one sexist guy in
it's my job to interview everybody. I minus Jᴏɪᴜ. I cannot sit in a room with Jᴏɪᴜ and have a reasonable conversation about anything because I cannot stand him. But nobody is going to racially abuse Jᴏɪᴜ. I wonder what is different because we all accept in that case that racism is not and to what Donato said, which is a very, 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 very daft statement, by the way. I've read the whole thing and it's not a smart guy. It's not the one that nobody knows who the hell he is. But it's simple truth. Like when you talk about what are you going to do, stop playing, let us look at what happened to João Jesus over literally last week in the biggest
Napoli
versus Inter. He was racially abused by Acerbi in the middle of a game. Acerbi admitted to it and apologized immediately. João Jesus decided to do what everybody considers a mature thing by playing on a non-human
said it was what happened on the pitch.
For the court to say that because he did not react, that means there was no sufficient evidence that he was being abused. So what do you want the black player to do? If the black player walks off the pitch and halts the game like Kevin Prince Boateng did, everybody will say, "Oh, be professional, keep your calm," and whatnot. You keep your calm like João Jesus did, and a judge will literally tell you that because you did not react to racial abuse, it did not happen. This is racists are the problem here. Donato is an idiot, by the way.
Yeah, I also think that the respective governments of this place are not doing enough. For example, Spain's not doing enough. Italy has been paying a lot of lip service. FIFA also have been very, very grandstanding on this. FIFA started this whole five-step procedure when racism happens. Referee warns the fans, warns them again, halts the game. A PA system announces that the game could
stop.
All of this is just It's all talk.
I've said it on the show a couple of months back, and I said until the government becomes very intentional about stopping this, and being intentional means throwing teams out, even if they get to the final of the Champions League, even if they get to the final of the World Cup, removing them, deducting points, massive point, not just saying because there's a racial issue, you close one side of the stadium, or you try and fish out the players or the fans that were affected, and then you ban them for life, and you give them 2 years station. People can, it doesn't have any effect. So until the decision of these races affect their clubs as a club, then the club managers and the owners of the club will now have to go back and communicate with them. It's as simple. If you racially abuse anyone in your stadium, even if you got into the final of the Champions League, we'll remove you and then we'll go and pick the other team. When you start taking 10-point deduction, 20-point deduction, people will understand that the message needs to be driven home with intentions.
All right, interesting. Aᴅɪɪ on the show. Let's get back to more calls. Hello, caller, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Olakule is here.
Hey, Kule, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Ojodu.
Okay, Olakule, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Well, this issue of racism has really taken a lot of toll in football. And it's quite unfortunate that everything in the world of today has been termed racist. Because over the years, while living through football, we've got to understand that when club loses or have issues with other clubs, they have this kind of banter we usually do. And pain that people get from banter has turned out to be racist. It's too bad. It's really, really, really too bad. Because yes, I can understand that racism as the way it is carved today and what it represents in the world today is quite unbelievable. But let's even agree based on the definition that has been given to it for that and all of that. Are we going to now stop playing football because of racism? Are we going to cancel the game because they are racist? Because I believe that for every club and for every unit managing football, there are rules and regulations guiding this. If you have one foul of those laws, then you should face the law squarely. It's simple as that. But everything in football, now anything that results in banter, we quickly use it as probably thinking of stopping the game or ending the game and all of that. And it's quite unbelievable. It's quite unbelievable. We started the 1-0 issues and all of that, all this one. Today we have not finished it. Yet the thing that caused it, we all know today that a lot of lives are attached to it. So let's allow our football be free as it can get. If people feel that they are not comfortable playing in a country and all that, there are other countries they can go to. They can live there and go to other places to play football. Spain is not the only place in Europe to play. You can go back to Brazil and play. If you feel you have been unfairly treated, you need to live there and go. Not to bring this game to disrepute as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you very much, Olakule, for your comments. I need to also emphasize that racism and banter is like comparing sleep and death. Yeah, they're not the same thing at all. Now, the general consensus of those supporting Vini is that stronger sanctions are needed. Now, FIFA intends to discuss imposing stricter measures to fight racism at the next Congress in Thailand, coming up in May. But Spain-Brazil was an opportunity to send a message, a joint message, especially from a Spanish point of view, and honestly was an opportunity not taken advantage of. And shame. It's a massive shame, because even the national team of Spain also have black players. Lamine Yamal, their golden egg, it's black. You know,
they've had a lot of black players come through the ranks.
Speaking of, while we're on the topic of Spain, I think from the outside looking, I've never.
But also, I think I also agree with Danny Cavall by saying that Spain is not a racist country.
No, I was going to go there. I actually think they are, but they are not aware. Like, I don't think that being subconsciously racist.
Maybe it was not politically correct by saying that, because you can't say because of what happened at the Mestalla. You know, the reason why the Mestalla fans still don't like Vini till now, since that incident happened, is because that incident has portrayed the old Valencia fans as racist. And they insist that is the only problem. Vini came with his own coverage team for the last game. Now they didn't allow them to.
Valencia have a defender called Mukhtar Diakabi who was racially abused
by his own fans.
His teammates decided to play on after he walked off the pitch. There's no talk to me about Vinicius painting their reputation. You racially abuse someone. That's like me entering the bank and saying that it is the situation of the country that provoked me into robbing the bank, not because I'm a thief.
So you think Spain is a racist country?
Yeah, I do. Even if they're not subconscious, and it's unfair to call everybody in Spain racist because
that is what you're doing.
But how difficult is this for you not to fall into that temptation when you have instances that are over time not been corrected? See, racism is not a child's play conversation. It's a conversation that needs to be fixed institutionally. That means policies and laws will have to be put in place to clearly and intentionally tackle. You cannot be slapping people on the wrist for committing crimes that certainly affect people's psychology.
Even from the way they talk about the racism issue generally, you can tell. If I'm willing to give them the benefit of that and say they don't even know that they're racist.
Exactly.
Like Danny Parel recently spoke about this thing and said in football stadiums he was always getting insulted and they were always calling
drunk. Yeah.
How do you compare somebody calling you drunk to somebody calling you a monkey? Like how so the fact that a fully grown man, a 35-year-old man, cannot equate that these things are not the same.
Let's hear from our next caller. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen, in the studio.
Yeah, how's it going?
Fine, sir. Yeah. Let me quickly raise a point or two on this issue. I think I resonate with Mr. Okwe and Cᴜᴏ on this issue. I know what you're trying to, Mr. Wale. You're trying to balance the issue out, and I think I like that. But why we're going to look at it from a very pragmatic perspective. It is that Spain subconsciously is a racial country. If you are going to look at it from the very contextual, look, the government, you can't be paying lip service to this. Why don't you address the issue institutionally so that the world will know that you are doing something? You understand? Forget Vinicius Junior. Address this issue so much that you are going to remove yourself from that line of business. Don't Spain like that line. That's my contribution, gentlemen.
All right, Ronnie, thanks for contributing. Well appreciated. And if you want to do that as well, the numbers to call 091-3600-410. Yeah, racism takes the front burner on Sports Cruise this evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're doing well.
Fantastic. This is Fred from Lekki.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Very well, man. Guys, so indeed, Spain is a racist country. I mean, if you Google the top 3 racist countries in the world, Spain alongside Italy will pop up.
All right, let me Google that right now.
Yeah, I happen to school in Barcelona for my undergrad, and it's the most racist country you can ever think about or living or working there. It's a racist country, and has always been from time immemorial, guaranteed. It's not even a thing; it's a known thing. They don't like black people. They are against, and the blacks that go there are like minority blacks. They look down on you. There's so much segregation and disparaging statements against your person and everything. They actually spit on you in public places. They spit on you as a black. They spit on you. It's vocal. Even the police. They are. If you see how they manhandle women, black women of black descent, you'll be disgusted. It is a racist country. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. According to Euronews, that was the first.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Actually, Spain are not even top 3.
Yeah, but they're still pretty high up there.
Oh, yeah,
come on.
They're not even high up there. Number 1 here is Austria, right? Am I correct? Yeah, it's Austria. Number 2,
number 10. According to
Spain are number 10.
Opinions.
No. This is backed by research. Actually,
I mean,
it's backed by
on standard. Spain is not even in the top 15.
Yeah, it's backed by respondents who are even black. According to this research.
Okay, so Wale, number 10 in Europe is not.
I'm not. Remember, I'm not justifying anything here. But let's take a look at the top 10 according to Euronews, and this is from 2023 last year. Now, Austria is number 1, Germany number 2, Finland number 3, Denmark number 4, Luxembourg number 5, Belgium is 6th, Ireland is number 7, Italy is number 8, France number 9, and Spain completes the top 10.
Top 10 is not easy. Yeah, if Chelsea can get top 10, they'll be happy.
Anyways, the bigger message here is, I think that FIFA has to do more, UEFA has to do more, governments also have to do more, and the feeling is that they are not doing enough.
Not at all.
They are not doing enough. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Wale.
Hi, your name and where you're calling us from?
I greet you, Dan P on the line.
Hi, Dan P. Welcome.
I greet you,
Maga.
To the young.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, I will take Okwe's commentary about this racism. And in fact, they should just delete that team, ban them like 2 years, at least. Even if you are playing final and you commit any racial abuse or offense, just give them 2 years ban immediately, no mercy. When you do that harshness on them, I'm telling you, they will change. Ban them like 2 years or 3 years. I'm telling you, no mercy. If you do that, they will change. That's all I can say.
All right, thank you very much for your thoughts. You want to chip something quickly?
Because racism is beyond football.
No, racism. It is ingrained in the fiber
in the society.
Yeah, it is.
So if
just like corruption is ingrained in our own society. Let's be very honest.
Yeah. That's like. That to the point that we are not even asking corruption. You would be weighing corruption, and this is not a lot of corruption. Just like
corruption, tribalism is entrenched in the modern society in Nigeria. Ethnicity, that is how racism is also in Europe.
Right.
It is already inside their fabric.
So you come 4 o'clock tomorrow?
No. I'm not made for that. I'm not made for that. All right, let's move on, and big or massive hallelujah. You know why? The international break, the final one for the season. Yes, it is over. Finally, the storm is over.
And then people will think you're so much in love with your whatever club, and they will not understand why the storm is over.
Oh yeah, the storm is over.
I can't believe I survived. First of all, I was still idiot in last time. You can't conspire that money, and I was supposed to get a plug.
So the final international break of the season has come and gone, and we can focus on the final stretch of the European football season. And headlining that on Easter Sunday is Manchester City at the Etihad versus Arsenal. Anyways, we'll get to that tomorrow with all of the full preview from Okwe and Tᴏᴏ. But I came across WhoScored.com's team of the season so far. And when I mention WhoScored.com, they're your stats anoraks, no doubt about it. So they expect their first 11 or their selection to be based mainly on statistics. So are we okay with that if we're going to look at this team of 2024 so far Premier League this season. Let's start and go. No prizes for guessing. It's Andre Onana.
Yes.
It's Andre Onana.
Yes.
Goalkeeper of the season so far.
Because he had made more saves. He's faced more shots.
He's faced a lot of suffering.
And he's been smiling.
All right, so Onana I almost said Amadou Onana again. Amadou Onana, by the way, I hear Bayern Munich and looking at him in the summer. All right, let's look at the back four. Back four is made of Conor Bradley, that's right back. Left back Anthony Robinson for Fulham, and centre back Gabriel Magalhaes of Arsenal, and James Tarkowski of Everton.
I mean, I think that settles the fact that the whole Rolls-Royce Saliba conversation, making it look like Gabriel Magalhaes does not really bring anything to the defense of Arsenal, has been settled.
Anyways, what's the deal with Deschamps and Saliba? Did you hear his comments on Saliba?
Yeah, I did, and it just reinforces the thought that the national team selections are moving
in the middle of his best season as a professional.
I mean, he said that he does a lot of things when he's with fans that he doesn't like.
My time was harsh.
National team selections are based on who the manager likes. At the end of the day, if you select based on form, your team will change every international game. So even though yes, there should be a balance, someone like Saliba ideally should be playing ahead of Upamecano at the very least. If you tell me, how
can Upamecano be playing for France and France want to win the Euros?
I'm telling you,
this is not possible.
And you're coming out to tell me that things that Saliba is not doing right. What is Upamecano doing right? For both France and Bayern, what is he doing right? So these managers, and this is we return to Gareth Southgate, because this is the same issue. Like that's what he does for years.
I mean, the English press even reporting that if Calvin Phillips can have a good end of the season, he might even start at the Euros.
He will make the squad down. He had another thing guaranteed. All this could be mine. He go clear for your eyes.
All right, midfield three of Martin Odegaard, Rodri, and Declan Rice. So also boss the midfield. But how about we celebrate Rodri, who has completed a year by not losing a game in every competition he's played in?
Simple.
That's the best midfielder in the world, without any doubt.
417 days since Rodri last lost a game playing for Man City. 417 days.
Is it a case of he just knows how to avoid when they're going to lose?
No.
Maybe it's a very good punter.
I mean, those goals. No. See, you can't be that lucky all the time. You can't be that lucky all the time.
Do you also know on the flip side, anytime he hasn't played, his team has played badly.
Exactly, that's why it's not about him choosing.
And there's also been the one that not that he chose not to play, he got suspended. Remember the Premier League earlier this season, got a red card and
took him away for 3 matches.
And City lost 2 games in the Premier League and got knocked out in the cup as well.
And he came back and he's been sweet. And he's not just doing that for City; he's doing the same thing for club.
But country. Is it also the obvious case of him playing for a very good team like City? Play for a fantastic team like Spain.
See, I don't trust both.
Could he have done that with Leicester City? Or
he's not playing for Leicester, so I cannot imagine what is happening when he's not there. He's a Man City player, and he needs to enjoy every accolade he's getting.
All right, so for Rodri, that is 58 games, 366 days, close to 5,000 minutes of football and counting. And you might think this is like an arbitrary statistic, but this is not ordinary. This is not ordinary. Since Spain's loss to Scotland on March 28th last year, Rodri has played in 7 comps for club and country without defeat. In that time, he lifted the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and Super Cup with Man City. Scotland in the penalty shootout to help Spain win the UEFA Nations League against Croatia. And yes, I know Arsenal have taken the Community Shield, but that game is not counted as a defeat for him because statistically the game ended in a draw.
Exactly.
It ended in a draw in normal time. So
clutch goals.
Exactly. Exactly.
Clutch.
So you guys shouldn't.
Rodri doesn't score when you are already leading 3-1.
No, it gives you that 2-1 93rd minute win.
Most.
And please, I must just open and say I regret it that I ever got involved in that conversation between Partey and please, I take it back. There's nothing. I take it back.
The thing with football conversations is that time can make it look good, but at the time it was actually
it wasn't a bad comparison as I said. Yes.
Benefit of hindsight, right? Fine.
Some people look at I'm not talking about some people look at Hazard, Neymar, and with the way their Hazard career went and say, why was this ever a comparison? Like Hazard was.
There were times where Hazard were miles ahead.
No, but it's a simple truth. But in hindsight, it started looking somehow. Yeah, I agree with that one, chap. Partey was clearly ahead of that.
Yeah, so I'm never gonna downplay this record here. 1 year without defeat for club and country is a record to be celebrated. Yeah, it is one to be celebrated.
Let's buy fish for this night.
See your head now. Fish the group. Alright, who scores front three is Bukayo Saka, Rasmus Højlund, and Phil Foden. Yeah, that completes.
They just go by the
it's by the statistics, by player ratings.
I think it took us back to that conversation yesterday. Basically, when we were talking about
if you left it to eye test, who would be your center forward in this 11? If you left it to eye test,
I would choose only Watkins,
the striker that's leading the scorers chart.
Yes,
you know what? I think Haaland this season has been somehow left out of conversations about how good players have been this season. Because even I'm hearing the players award, it might not even be the top 10.
Because for whatever reason,
his own standard,
his level of excellence is so high.
He's just a victim of his own success
against what he did last season. Meanwhile, on the surface of it, we have a guy that has missed like 10 games this season and is still ahead of everybody.
And whether you like it or not, there's always going to be that process where they've discovered you in quotes. Okay, you came in last season, a lot of people didn't see.
I see the top chart.
No, unlike last season. Now, by this time last season, it was on like 41 in all competitions.
All right, so we'll get back to more calls in a bit, but we're still talking about charts, and this one will definitely get a lot of people hacked. And it's Daily Mail's top 10 footballers of all time. Yeah, I have the top 10 here, but how about we take a couple of calls, then we'll get to that in a moment. Hello, good evening, welcome to Sports Cruise. Good evening, your name and where you're calling us from?
Greatness, calling from Aba.
Oh, been a minute. Greatness. International break, have you?
International break. No, my family stores.
How's the baby, by the way?
Congratulations again.
They are all doing well.
Yeah, nice one.
Did you name the baby after a Man City player?
I choose the name that I could give her, a female name. Okay. I wanted giving her this Jamaica lady name, but I googled the name.
What's the other lady?
The name.
All-time subscriber for the women's team.
So the name was not suitable for me. Jamaica lady.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even remember the name.
Thank you very much.
Also, because you didn't remember the name, was I didn't name her?
I did not even like the name. I choose the name. If I go to the room, my picking go to waka for the call her say sure.
Oh, Khadijana, they call her Khadijana.
You can call her Bunny.
You could have named her a feminine version of some of the favorite players.
That's a popular name in Nigeria, so it's a very suitable name. No, she's a lady.
You can call her Fodina. Rodriana. De Bruyne actually sound feminine. De Bruyne. It's Katrina. De Bruyne.
Let me tell you, my first son is just blessed me with a first son. My first son name is going to be Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
I think you should just stop at Kevin.
Just stop.
No, definitely. One of my sons must answer De Bruyne name and different company.
I know you're a huge Pep Guardiola fan, but you could have named your daughter Pepito.
Yeah, that would actually be nice. Pep will
or Pepperina.
That would be nice.
Let me talk. Let's go back to real conversation now.
Let's get back to it.
We catch you.
Yeah, let's go back to it.
That person sitting behind you, if you guys used to record things, says that one player called Enzo is better than Rodri. He was even shouting in that studio. Shouting that.
There's nobody else said that ever. Nobody else.
You had what?
No, it's Caicedo. It's not Enzo.
I didn't even say Caicedo is better than Enzo. I just said Caicedo has had more tackles than I don't even say numbers, specifically tackles than Rodri. That's all. You are the one that's been insecure.
But you debated that day that he will be even more better.
See, if greatness says it happened, it happened.
Now, wow.
I agree with greatness.
Yes, now that day I called now. You remember I called that day now.
Everybody that knows me knows that me, I don't even like Caicedo. So how would I be arguing Caicedo over it?
You made one comment. You made one comment. You say that that the international break is over. That you are dipping your hand in another big depression or something. Not because of the problem, because that international break has gone. Another one is coming.
All right, let's sell in that please, okay? Let's sell in that. Thank you very much for calling. We have bills to pay. By the way, Daily Mail's top 10 features Messi as number 1 and Cristiano Ronaldo at number 10. Crazy. Pele's number 2, Maradona is number 3, Johan Cruyff number 4, Zidane at number 5, Alfredo Di Stefano is number 6, Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo, is number 7. Garrincha is number 8. Zico is number 9. It's dominated by Brazilian players, but honestly, I think that in any list that anybody does, if Ronaldo is not above Messi, anybody behind Messi has to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly. I think they just want controversy. They just want traction.
They have a nickname in the UK as the Devil's Publication.
But also, I don't fault them. Anytime I'm doing anything that has to do with charts or top 10, I always rate players that I did see in my life. I will never put all of this Garrincha. Please, I only heard about them. I didn't see them play. My top 2 or top 5 has to feature Messi and Ronaldo, and it has to be both of them following closely.
There's no one that even paid me past that's the day that's never fast.
We are not going there. We have bills to pay.
So young.
Wetin you dey always praise for there?
No mind me, Jare. I be dey check something for Google.
Shey you dey whine me? You dey browse Google with this torchlight phone? Come see now. With MTN Basic Search, just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite to check anything for the web without data. Sharp. See now. Shey you no go like try this innovation powered by MTN? We go give you basic search, sharp without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite.
Are you a real estate developer in Lagos? Do you want to see the business of real estate development done to global best practices? Are you eager for a more cordial relationship between real estate developers and government in Lagos? Do you want a boom in the Lagos real estate sector? Then vote Dr. Sᴘᴏʀᴛs as Chairman, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, Lagos State Chapter.
A vote for me is a vote for continuity, for unity, and for progress of REDAN Lagos. I'll be counting on your votes. We can do this together. Thank you.
It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First stop is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency is sharing, so keep giving. Next stop is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not the least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahur and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasting meals with more. This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good and be the good. Nor eat for good.
Wait, isn't that an Alte jam?
Yeah, it enter Abi.
Wait oh, when did you start jamming Alte? What happened to Afro depression? Like, who put you on?
Oh yeah, dial Sophie's number. Now that's who put me on.
Share your vibe with Hello Tunes from Airtel. Dial *790# to enjoy free trial and pay later.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. It's Ramadan. Come on board. Let's go on a tour to the top restaurants where you can enjoy the best of the season. First stop is Charity Cafe. Here, the currency is sharing, so keep giving. Next stop is Kindness Bistro. Be the kindest you can be. Last but not the least, make a stop by at Forgiveness Drive-Thru and let go of every beef. And at Sahur and Iftar, bring it home with the goodness of great tasting meals with more. This Ramadan, don't just eat for good. Share the good and be the good. Nor eat for good.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube. With the YouTube buffet plan from MTN, you can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
Hello everyone, Jendol Superstores is here again.
Yes, that's why we are identifying with you, our valued customers, at this moment of purity, love, sacrifice and dedication to God.
As part of identifying with you, our valued customers, in a season of faith, supplication and sharing, Jendol Superstores will be offering you up to 50% discount for some products across all sections and all our superstores nationwide.
This is fantastic.
Yes, so for all your groceries and non-grocery items, household needs, food items at the most affordable rates, bakery items, electronic gadgets, religious materials and wonderful gift items for your friends, families, loved ones, religious and corporate organizations, Jendol Superstores is the best place to shop at this period.
So what are you waiting for? Hurry now. Shop at Jendol Superstores today.
Offer valid while stock lasts.
Visit Jendol Superstores nearest to you in Egbeda, Idimu, Igondo, Okeafa by Jakande Gate and Ipaja by Abeson. We are also at Abulegba, Alakuko, Odogiyo in Ikorodu, another branch along Itoiki Road, Ikorodu, and in Ojuore, Ota, Ogun State. For more unbeatable shopping experience,
Jendol opens Mondays to Saturdays 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Sundays 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m.
For more details, visit our website at www.jendolsuperstores.com.
For online, home, office or special deliveries, call or WhatsApp us on 090-6287-3274 or call the customer care line on 090-6287-3267.
Visit Jendol Superstores today and get discount up to 50% on some products in all sections of our superstores nationwide.
Jendol Superstores. Shop and smile.
My son, help me check this phone. I no know wetin junior press. E no dey work again.
Make I see. Ah, mommy,
wetin happen?
They don block your line now.
Nobody like to chop blocking o. So if they don block you unto say you no link your NIN to your Airtel line, run kitikiti go any Airtel shop with your NIN to unblock your line today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Let's quick bomb time on Sports Cruise on Mail 90.3 FM. We gotta go. The bills we have to pay, but hope you guys had a wonderful time with us on the show this evening. Big shout out to Adebola Bello on Facebook. Says, Wale, where did you see those guys in the studio with you from? Laughter won't finish me here. I didn't need you. The message. Good guys. I think Palmer win the Young Player of the Season award. Chelsea ladies are doing fine. I know. We'll see how that pans out. But do you think Palmer's going to be yours?
I do not think so.
All right.
I do not think so.
Okay.
It will never go.
Alright, time up, and we understand that Sandro Tonali has been charged with misconduct in relation to alleged breaches of the FA's betting rules. The FA has announced. Ivan Tony is smiling somewhere.
Bet on me, babes.
Alright, we're back tomorrow, definitely 6 p.m. right here on Milan 93 FM. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye bye.
I'm a local tire. I want to take care of your camera. If you know be Messiah, but only wish you might be $500,000 sire.
You're listening to